I recently got this Fire Max 11, and I thought I'd make a short video about it. Basically, how does it compare to an old 4-year-old iPad 7 from 2019? The results are not surprising. First of all, I'll go to talk about the processor speed. Maybe I'll be able to show you. It was Geekbench 6. And then I have it over here. So the Fire Max 11 did score better. 940 single core versus 863. What's it called? Single core on the iPad 7. So it's slightly faster. In real world testing, what does that mean? If you actually run uh, games like Roblox or Angry Birds, I have Angry Birds over here, it loads a second, maybe or two longer on the iPad 7, the 2-year-old iPad. So real world testing, load time isn't that much of a difference. Now, in terms of graphics, there's where you see a bigger difference. So I did a benchmark using 3D Mark Wildlife Test, and the score for the Fire Max 11 was indicative of a budget to mid-tier tablet. Here on the Fire Max, it scored 1095 and just 6.6 frames per second, average frames per second, okay? So that's not that good. 6 is like kind of choppy and stuff. Now, the iPad 7 from 2019 scored 2,700, so about two and a half times better score, as well as the frames per second. It shows in the frames per second. Higher score is better, and it got 16.2 frames per second. So, taking that into consideration, the graphics performance on the Fire Max isn't that great compared to a 4-year-old iPad. Now, does that mean you can't use this to play games? You can play games perfectly fine. You can play Roblox. You can play, what do you call it? Asphalt 9. You can play, Candy Crush. You can watch Netflix. Everything, all the normal stuff that you would do is perfectly fine. But if you need to actually play, decent games, the iPad definitely is better. An older iPad is definitely better. So, how does the old iPad compare to a Fire Max 11 that was just released in 2023? It's comparable in terms of load times, but then once you go to more gaming intensive stuff, the iPad wins out pretty easily. So my suggestion is probably get a iPad 9 if you're having to compare, if you want something that's a little more future proof, because the iPad 9 will be faster both for the CPU and graphics. But if you don't care and you want something cheap that can just surf the web and also watch some streaming, then get the what do you call it, Fire Max 11 on sale when it's on sale. So, if for me again, I'd probably get an iPad 9. This is iPad 7, but you can get an iPad 9 for about $250, and this is regularly priced $230. So on sale when it's on sale.